And I can't think of any better person to put a spring in my footstep and, bolster me on this beautiful Tuesday morning than Mr. Peter Barnes.
Hi, Alex. How are you doing? Long time.
I know, it has
It's been ages.
while,
It's been
hasn't it?
ages. Particularly since working together, at least.
Yeah, so we used to be like the Saturday
We
crew,
were,
didn't we?
yeah.
And it was just like Barnesy and Alex time.
Yeah, it really was.
And it's funny, thinking back, do you remember that show that we sat there and we just like took people's ideas and opinions of how to save the UK money?
Gone.
It was, gone. Yeah, it was brilliant. So I have a feeling, in case anyone missed that show on a Saturday, as we're talking about woke waste, that we should bring that back.
I think we should.
We should bring that
agree.
back and keep a running tally of how we are going to save this country a load of money. Because when you look over at America and what Elon Musk's Doge department is doing, it's amazing. I mean, Mile's done it in Argentina with a metaphorical chainsaw.
Yeah.
And here, we're just languishing in a quagmire of overspending on vanity projects and nonsense.
Agreed. But I always think, going back to what you were talking to with Mike about, is this deliberate or is this kind of just delusional? I think it's because people have been asking the wrong question. The government is obsessed with raising taxes rather than saving money. They're asking the question in the wrong direction. And I think if they started to say, well, how can we save, not how can we raise money, I think you'd probably start to get like the ideas that come into this station put into practice. I really do think it is that the mentality of the question is entirely wrong for the government.
Well, this is it. And when governments of the past, like Osborne and Cameron, decide they want to drastically save money because banks are rubbish, they essentially sold loads of our country off to the highest foreign bidder and then cut all the things that you don't want to be cut. Like actual policemen on the street. And,
like the nurses' bursary, for
doing?
example. Like the consequences of those cuts, I think we're starting to see see them play out. And you are right that we really do. This country consistently does the wrong thing at every single turn. When given an option between A and B, and A is like the worst thing we could do, but B is like, well, it's all right. We go for A every time. It is just obscene.
I mean, the most beautiful part of when Milei came into power in Argentina, and the economy's doing pretty nicely, isn't it?
Very well.
His sort of radical overhaul of everything is working. He just had this sort of. I remember the video of him standing in a room with all these like bits of paper representing government departments and sub-departments, and he just took a whole department and was like, and I think basically we're at that stage.
I think we're there for a necessity rather than through want. I think like some of the things that we're going to talk about, it's just obscene. And then the politicians come in front of the taxpayers and say, well, we need more money, and I'm like, no, you don't. You don't need more. You don't need it.
You don't. And although we have played this game before, it's such a fun game to play.
It is a great game.
It's so timely. I mean, we basically invented Doge.
Yes, yeah, we did.
About however many months ago, like
ages
6
ago.
months ago or something, we invented Doge. I think we play it again. Now, the good news is, I reckon good old Tech Op, who sits behind the glass there, will be a very... he's looking at me going, why are you bringing me into this? Because, Tech Op, here's news for you. I'm giving you a second job. You're going to wield the metaphorical chainsaw, and you're going to find out and keep a record of how much money we're saving. If you've got time to start Tech Up? Yeah, he's got time.
Oh, well.
All he has to do is press some buttons now and then.
Well, it seems
and what's
to
the
be.
difference between, like, the Cape Canaveral in there? Add a calculator into the mix. See, this is what I reckon. So let's kick things off. We'll do this throughout the show, and by the end of the show, stay tuned till 1 o'clock. See what I did there?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Audience retention. Stay tuned until 1 o'clock, and we'll give you the grand total of what Talk Doge has saved the United Kingdom. Now, I'm going to do my first suggestion. You can do your first suggestion. And you guys as well, give me your suggestions. Every time, my favourite one is all of the devolved governments.
Yes.
Including all the mayors.
Oh, that was... Yeah.
So, devolved governments, we're talking Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. If anyone can, send me a message and go, actually, if you do get rid of those, all of these things won't get done. I mean, the amazing thing is, Stormont in Northern Ireland didn't even exist. No one was in there for, like, how long? Like a year or something.
Easily, And
did Northern Ireland fall apart?
No.
No.
If anything, it did better without it, if I'm being honest. My one, don't forget police and crime commissioners. If someone can tell me the point of a police and crime commissioner, I'll pay for the lunch. What is the point? Here
we go. We'll kick things off. Ready for this then, Tech Up. All the devolved governments plus the civil servants connected to them and the pensions. You've got to throw all of it in.
It's always the pensions. We never talk about civil service pensions.
I mean, the ones who have been there already, we're going to have to pay those, aren't we? But it saves a lot of future pensions. Police and crime commissioners and sort of Metro mayors.
Metro mayors,
there we go. We are starting with those.